the state of Illinois. Such a great partner in governing this state. Thank you very much. I rely upon you in so many different ways. We literally sit together in private conversation talking about some of the most challenging things facing our state. And I've been very fortunate to have somebody to rely upon, an advisor, a friend, someone who we share a sense of humor with one another, make each other laugh in the hardest of times. And I have to say that when I was thinking about who should be lieutenant governor, the most important thing to me was somebody who could be governor on day one if necessary, and that is Juliana Stratton. Well, good evening, Northfield Township Democrats. I want to thank Laura for your very kind introduction. Really, I want to thank you for being a champion for your constituents, but also for people all across the state of Illinois, making profound transformation that we Democrats have been working on in Springfield. You all teed it up. You all teed it up. When I showed up in Springfield, I knew we had to get to work, and we have a great legislature to work with, and we went to work. And you remember that first session in 2019 with no COVID in front of us. We got an awful lot done, didn't we? So I'm very, very excited that I get to work with Senator Laura Fine. I also want you to know that she played a critical role in passing our historic clean energy legislation this year that has made Illinois a national leader in the fight against climate change. Thank you also to Tracy Katzmal. I mean, I'm not sure what to say after listing off all of the statistics about all of the people that you got out to vote here in Northfield. I mean, keep doing it. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you, and especially for your leadership, Tracy. It is much needed. I also want to thank you because I know you've been encouraging women to run for public office. Northfield Township, you send amazing people to represent you in Springfield and in Washington, D.C. And it's really hard not to talk about each and every one of them and their individual accomplishments on your behalf. You should be so proud. But in the interest of time, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here and to the voters of the township for sending Leader Robin Gable and Representative Jennifer Gahn-Gershowitz and Representative Bob Morgan. Where are you, Bob? Yeah. Representative Bob Morgan. And I just want you to, and of course, Senator Julie Morrison is here with us. They are terrific to work with. We are really partnered in getting things done for you. But you send special people to represent you. You should know that. So keep that up. Thank you. And I also want to say that Congressperson, what's that?
Jonathan, too.
Jonathan, where are you? There you are. Jonathan General. Who regularly takes me to task when he thinks I'm not doing it right. And that's what you should want in a representative, so thank you very much. Of course, your congressional representatives, Brad Schneider and Jan Schakowsky, many years ago, before most of you were born, well, many of you were born, I had the good fortune to run against Jan Schakowsky when she was running the first time for Congress. Boy, am I glad I lost. Because she's doing an amazing job on your behalf in Washington, D.C. And I also want to give a special shout out to our Cook County Commissioner, Scott Britton, who couldn't be with us tonight. When I talk about why it's so important for everybody to get a COVID-19 vaccination, it's because we want to protect our friends like Scott, who is currently immunocompromised, and that's because he's undergone chemotherapy treatment. We need to do everything that we can to protect our neighbors. I know that you're all doing that. We got to protect our loved ones, our families, our friends. Scott, thank you for everything that you do for all of us on the county board, and I wish you a speedy recovery. literally, we have enough elected officials in the room that I could go on, and I won't. I do want to take just a little bit of privilege here, too, because I don't want to forget Karen Yarbrough, all the people that are here. I already forgot Jonathan Carroll, my apologies. So many people here, and I can't go through the list, but they've been recognized. There is one person I want to talk about especially, though, and that's our Attorney General, Kwame Rondo. I take this privilege to talk about him because I want you all to know something, and it's a little bit, I don't think it's well known. Republicans have been gearing up their right-wing legal representatives and going into court to try to end the COVID-19 mitigations that we have in the state of Illinois. And lest you think that's, well, no problem, let me tell you that the Attorney General's office has a team of people who have to go all around the state to county courthouses to fight this battle on your behalf, and on my behalf, on everybody's behalf, because they win occasionally in these downstate courts especially, where there are very, very right-wing judges who want to bring down all the mitigations. They think COVID-19 is a hoax. And it is the Attorney General and his office that are fighting every day to make sure that we can keep people healthy until we can get past this pandemic. So, thank you. And there ought to be a shout out for everybody here tonight, especially some folks who are here online with us. Each and every one of you has a real commitment to the great state of Illinois, and I want to thank you for your fight for civil and human rights, for your fight for the future of our democracy, and that is what's on the line. I'm excited about 2022 because Democrats win when we show up and we fight for it. And when I listen to Tracy talk about all that you do here in Northfield, this is what we need everywhere in the state. Because 2022 is going to be just as much a fight as it was in 2020, 2018. These were tough elections, those last two elections. This one is maybe the most important because so much is on the line. Let me tell you why I think this is the most consequential election that we've seen in quite some time. Because so many issues that we care about are on the ballot because of the people who are on the ballot fighting for us. So I want you to remember this. Since I came into office in 2019, Democrats enacted the Illinois Reproductive Health Act, guaranteeing a woman's right to choose, and guess how many Republicans voted for that act? Zero. Democrats raised the minimum wage in Illinois so that full-time workers don't have to live in poverty. How many Republicans do you think voted for the raise of the minimum wage? Zero. When the pandemic hit and Democrats enacted rental assistance and extended unemployment benefits to make sure that no one lost their home and that families remained safe, how many Republicans do you think voted for that pandemic assistance? Zero. Democrats enacted a nation-leading climate bill. Republicans fought like hell against it. The point is, get ready, because Republicans intend to take this state backward in 2022, and we can't let it. Last November, Democrats showed up to vote in record numbers to make Donald Trump a one-term president. And we need to do this again next year to make sure that we keep Illinois moving in the right direction, to keep our state a beacon of voting rights, of reproductive rights, of environmental justice. What we can't do is let the GOP and their QAnon allies, well, maybe they just all are QAnon, erase the progress that we've made over the past few years. Donald Trump is attempting to make a comeback, and we need to stop him by rejecting his candidates in 2022. Democratic voices are powerful. I'm so proud of Northfield Township Democrats knocking on doors, phone banking, pounding the pavement. I mean, knocking on doors to get people registered to vote at their door even. People are working hard here, getting your friends and your neighbors to the polls on election day. We win when we work at the grassroots. That is how we will win in 2022. I want to thank all of you for being the tip of the spear in this fight. When we fight, we Democrats, we win. So let's go get them, everybody.